What's happened here reflects what's happening in inner cities all over the United States. The whites have moved out, leaving the impoverished schools to blacks and other ethnic minorities. Frank Walters, the principal, has turned the school into a personal mission. A devout Christian, he has a vision of Bergen Street Middle School becoming a sanctuary of order and learning.
Our school motto is this: together we are building the minds of our children so that society will not have to repair the behavior of men.
Let's get you back.
In here,
Let's go.
we can show them that there's another side to life. We stress that the avenue out of this type of an environment, out of this quagmire, is through education.
Get online.
Bye, Mr. Walters.
Many of these children come to us from homes where there is no love. Some of them are abused children. Some come to school hungry. And they have to know that somebody cares about me.
Until Frank Walters took over 6 years ago, the school was scarred by student violence. The street wars were being waged in the classroom. Now it's being run with an almost military sense of order.
What page did the article start? Right. Okay? You were right. You weren't.
Traditional teaching offered a stability that many of these students had never known. But some teachers felt it was not enough. The children were learning by rote.
3 minutes left before we check the papers.
That's not true. Somebody could be your friend and not help you. And I wonder what, can somebody solve?
To challenge children to think for themselves, the school decided on a brave experiment.
He could be your friend and your best friend.
So there's degrees of being a friend. So what would make somebody the best kind of friend?
4 years ago, Bergen Street School introduced a new form of learning, Matthew Lipman's Philosophy for Children program, in which the balance of power shifts from the teacher to the taught. These 8th graders are being taught philosophy by Dr. Barry Curtis.
Would somebody really be your friend if you wanted drugs and he helped you get drugs? You know, why not? What you need is some crack, and your friend supplies the crack. Is he being a friend?
Like, if you wanted drugs, your friend's supposed to talk you out of not getting drugs. He's supposed to tell you get something that's good for you, and drugs is not good for you.
I wonder if anybody's got a new definition now of what a friend is that would be better. Because I think what we learned was that a friend isn't somebody who helps you get anything you want. Leah?
A friend is somebody that helps you do good things and do things together, and talk to you out doing bad things, and stop you from doing things that he or she know that'll hurt you. And yeah.
That's a really nice definition, I think. Can anybody add to that, Michael?
A friend is someone who sticks together and they share each other ideas.
So that too. Maybe I can start getting some of these things up on the board. Michael, when you talk about exchanging ideas, what do you mean?
You tell each other your deepest secrets that you never told nobody in your family or nobody, period, and they won't go back and tell nobody else.
Okay, that's a nice example. We've had 3 examples now of expressing thoughts. We've had secrets, advice.
The philosophy for children is basically a means of teaching children how to think for themselves. They must know how to think for themselves. Life for them will be a series of problems, a series of decisions.
The founder of the philosophy program is not a remote academic. Matthew Lipman saw his own children struggle to learn in a conventional classroom. For Philosophy for Children was born out of his belief that education's first duty is to teach children to think critically.
Critical thinking is important if we're to have a reflective citizenry in a democracy. I don't think you want a sodden mass of citizens who just, take whatever they're told and accept whatever they're told without reflection. I think you want them to judge what they're told in a critical way, not be uncritical. That's a terrible notion of democracy, an uncritical citizenry.
Teaching children to become free-thinking citizens can be a high-risk occupation. At the New Jersey retreat, professors of philosophy are putting postgraduate students through an intellectual assault course.
What's very unique about this sensuous element that allows us to do that allows us to represent to our...
Caught in the crossfire from his academic seniors, Brooke Bertolet, one of the postgraduate students, is finding that philosophy for adults can be cruel.
People who are open to other realms of experience because they know how to extend their other modes of sense. I mean, why is it that we would want to foreclose them?
I'm wondering if there's an analogy here. Okay, I'm wondering if Gus imagines herself from the inside out. And so that's how she imagines everybody else too.
But in a way, would that be different? Because it's not, if I understand what Professor Lipman is saying, it's not she imagines herself from the inside growing out. She experiences.
A shy introvert, Brooke has just learned that he's been assigned to Bergen Street School. His colleagues fear that he may be overwhelmed by the problems that lie in wait for him in Newark.
Of our school. At this time, there are 4 of our students that we have knowledge of who have suffered a loss because of that fire. I thought I was told in one instance, I believe Eric Hines, that his house was totally destroyed where he lives. I do know that there are some homes in that area that have been totally demolished because of the fire.
You are away from school. We think that you're at home. Your parents think that you're here. Do you realize someone can swoop up, take you away, do any number of things to you, and we wouldn't even begin to look for you until 3 o'clock. By then you could be dead, buried, kidnapped, any man who thinks. And at least these boys were honest enough to go ahead and share the note with their parents. I don't have one for you. Your mother has to know. What's she gonna say to you?
She won't be mad at me.
If she pops you good, you deserve it. But you're only making it worse by lying. And we all make mistakes, but it's a fool who doesn't learn from a mistake. And now your mother's going to be really angry because she's going to have to hear it from me.